you do with your pets when you go on holiday. There's new legislation coming in, you see, today to rise the standards at kennels. There's a new star rating system similar to the ones used by food businesses to make it easier to compare them, so you'll know you'll be safe and secure in the knowledge that your pet has gone to a good place. If it's a 5-star, perfect. Earlier on we heard from Lee Dancy about this. Now, Lee runs Barking Mad. It's a pet boarding service with a difference. She explained why she welcomed today's news. Have a listen.
The old Act was established in 1963, and so much has changed over the last 50 years in terms of pet ownership that there really was a need to update the legislation, and that's exactly what's happening today. There's a new law in force which is, as you quite rightly say, a 5-star rated service, so members of the public can really understand when they're placing their dog in a boarding establishment what sort of standard they're going to receive.
And that's very important, isn't it? It sounds to me as if this legislation is a bit overdue. Would you agree with that? Am I right in saying that, do you think?
Completely overdue. I mean, the way in which we used to look after our animals all of those years ago has completely changed.
Now, Barking Mad is a bit differently, isn't it? Because it's not regular kennels. How does your service work?
Well, we set up 18 years ago to provide an alternative to kennels where our customers' dogs go on holiday and they have one-to-one care with a family who maintains their home life routine for exercising and feeding, likes and dislikes and so on.
That's Lee Dancy from Barking Mad, and all the hosts that run Barking Mad schemes will be put under the new legislation. People like Gill Bradford, who's from Kington in North Herefordshire. We're going to speak to Jill. She's on the line now. Hello, Jill.
Hello.
Nice to have you on the show. How long have you been hosting these doggy holidays then?
11 years.
Yeah.
Nearly 12, yeah.
Goodness. What got you into it?
Well, I had cats, and when I moved to where I am, I had one cat, and he didn't go on the road, and when I lost him, I didn't want any more cats, so a friend said to me, why don't you do Barking Mad? So I contacted the Terry who got the franchise, and I've been doing it ever since, and I love dogs.
I was going to say, you must love dogs, and dogs must love you, I would imagine. Is it, what's it like for you doing this, having strangers' dogs in the house?
Oh, it's lovely, because they're all different. I've got one called Barry at the moment. He's a Jack Russell Cross. I know, lovely name.
Yeah.
He's a Jack Russell Cross. He's going home just now. I've just had him for the weekend. And obviously, it makes me go for walks, because the dogs all need walking. And you get the pleasure of a dog in your home, and you get lots of cuddles with them, because I tend to have small dogs.
Yes.
Because I've got a small bungalow, and so I just love it.
And how much do you know about the dog before it comes to you?
Well, some I have some regulars, so I know all about them.
Of course, yes.
Joe, who has the franchise now, rings up and says what sort of dog it is, and then will ring me and confirm that the dog is coming, and then I get a whole profile of their walking, where they sleep, whether they're allowed on the furniture, their food, and if they're on medication, their medication, and everything like that. So it's lovely. I actually have Joe here, who's got the franchise. Would you like to speak to him for a moment?
Well, I will, but I'm not finished with you yet, you see.
Okay.
I was just going to say it's a two-way thing, this really, isn't it? Because you enjoy having the dogs, and the owners of the dogs can go away on holiday safe and secure in the knowledge, of course, that their pet is being well looked after, which makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. And the Joe or the other, I'm on my third man with the franchise.
Oh, you've been through 3 men, I see, yes.
Yes,
I got you, yeah. I understand. Yes.
They don't leave the dog until they know it's happy.
Oh, I was going to say that. Yeah, they give you all the support you need and all the backup they need as well. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, yes. If you have any problems, you contact Joe.
Okay.
And then sort of things. But I haven't had many problems. I've had a couple that needed to go to the vet, but
but other than that, and it's Barry,
no.
Barry's all right, isn't he? Barry the Jack Russell, he's all right.
The Jack Russell, he's lovely.
Yeah, he's lovely.
He's up on the settee by Joe at the moment.
Beautiful. Well, Joe owns your franchise, so I'm just going to ask Joe about this new legislation then before we go. But it's lovely speaking to you, Gill. Thank you for your time. Keep it up. Pass the phone to Joe, and I'll have a word with him about the legislation, and then we'll know a bit more. Good.
Nice to talk to you.
And you, Gill. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She's Gill Bradford from Kington in North Herefordshire with Barry the Jack Russell, her latest dog. Now, this is Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Malcolm.
Hi. Lovely speaking to you. Well, Gill sounds fantastic. And so does Barry the dog, by the way.
Oh, he's lovely, yeah. I'm just having a little cuddle with him.
As you run this franchise, you're the person best to ask this. How's this new legislation going to affect you and what you do? Because you'll all be under a 5-star rating now, so I suppose everyone will have to be checked, will they?
Yeah, it shouldn't. Hopefully it won't affect us too much. We have a pretty robust... We're ISO 9001 registered, so we've already got an independent inspection system in place.
Good.
And so our policies match all of the new laws. So now it's just a case of waiting for the council to catch up, really. And we're waiting for our paperwork to come through from them now with this new licence.
OK. And it's a good thing, this, isn't it? Because we're happy in the knowledge, as I've just said to Gill, that we're sending our pets who we love dearly to somebody who will love them as dearly, and you're safe in the knowledge that you're doing everything right.
Absolutely, yeah. People now have high expectations for the care that their dogs are going to receive, rightly so, and this is another way of demonstrating that we meet those, and hopefully will help everybody else to sort of pull up their standards if they need to as well.
Yeah, of course. Gill sounds like a 5-starer to me.
She is a star.
Yes, a star in her own right. Joe, it's good speaking to you. We'll keep an eye on this, and say thank you to Gill as well. Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you very much. Will do.
Right, so that's the Barking Mad North Herefordshire operation, and it's happening today, so from now on you'll know exactly how many stars your board